Alright, let's talk about how Tony Khan and AEW are the biggest morons I have ever seen in my life.
Alright, let's talk about how much of a fucking joke of a creator you are and my opinions on the CM Punk situation. Because man, you piss me off. Now look, I've been thinking a lot about how to cover this whole CM Punk situation. And then I saw your video and I realized, oh yeah, you're a fucking dickhead. So, here's a video of me going through your video, talking about some of the things you said in your video, and oh yeah, talking about how much of a dickhead you are. With some of the takes that you have, you absolute cunt.
You just fired a guy that got you a $1 billion deal with Warner Brothers.
$1 billion, huh? $1 billion. Bullshit. Warner Brothers doesn't even have the money to pay their actors and writers. How the fuck would they have $1 billion lying around that could have been given to David Zaslav to use for masturbation aids?
He is your biggest star in your company and the biggest star your company has ever seen.
Now, technically, yes. But I'd like to actually say that Jericho, the Young Bucks, and Omega are just as big of stars as Punk. I mean, come on. You hired Chris Jericho at the start of your damn company. And Jericho's always been popular. So, well, what about that then?
You don't have the balls to go out and tell Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Jack Perry to pack their fucking bags and go somewhere else.
Alright, let's get into the meat and potatoes of what this is actually all about. Brawlin'. Now look, what happened at Brawlin' was what happened. We know it. CM Punk and Jungle Pussy over here, they decided to have beef with each other over, real glass. Yeah, something that fucking dangerous. Seriously, mate, you forget that it was all about real glass. Like, how the fuck were people forgetting about that shit? But of course, they fight and bite and fight and bite and fight. And well, Punk's fired. Honestly, if Punk's fired, Jungle Pussy over there should have been fired too. I mean, Jungle Boy isn't even that fucking good of a wrestler even, so what's really the point of having him employed alongside of Punk then? Like, if you're gonna fire Punk, fire Jungle Boy too. Double standards, mate. But obviously that didn't happen, so it is what it is. But still, we must remember the fact that, well, this was all caused from a bunch of beef over CM Punk and Jungle Boy beefing over, real glass.
Warner Brothers came to you and said, we will give you $1 billion if you put on AEW Collision if CM Punk is the star.
Are you trying to defend fucking David Zaslav over Collision? Is that what you're trying to do? Was this a hit piece made by David Zaslav or something? Because it seems like you're probably second off to him. Now look, if you don't know who David Zaslav is, he's the guy who runs Warner Brothers Discovery. And he's killed Warner Brothers Discovery. From canceling Batgirl to removing so much from HBO Max to, killing HBO Max to pumping out more shitty reality shows that nobody watches. And, oh yeah, being involved in the whole writers and actors strike, refusing to pay their damn workers. And oh yeah, giving Ezra Miller and J.K. Rowling second chances, even though they honestly should be thrown in jail. How are you supposed to defend Warner Brothers after all that?
So you rather have guys who continually, on a direct basis, disrespect you on a continuous basis, rather than keeping the biggest star you have ever had in your company's history on your payroll.
Okay, what fucking disrespect are you talking about? Are you a Cornette stan or something? Because thing is, the Young Bucks and Omega are amazing talent. They are some of the best. And honestly, I think they really have been helping AEW out. They were there from the beginning. They are some of the best talent out there. And yet you're deciding to bitch about them just because your favorite was fired. Wow, are you coping, mate? Are you fucking coping? Do you need an aspirin or something?
So I fucking hope CM Punk goes back and puts on the biggest fucking matches with Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Cena.
That's never going to fucking happen, mate. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's never happening. Thing is, though, WWE ain't fucking hiring him back. After everything that happened with Punk and WWE and all the comments, there is no way that CM Punk is going back to WWE. And after all this, I'm sorry, mate. Stop coping. CM Punk is never coming back to WWE. I'm sorry. And by the way, if Jungle Boy was fired too, he's not going to WWE either. I don't see him as a top tier guy. He's just going to run the indies. I'll tell you that much.
Following the direct framework and blueprint of companies like TNA and companies like WCW.
Wow, you really had to bring them up, huh? You really had to say WCW, huh? When, I don't know, they had a stadium show and they sold out. Well, technically sold out, but that's a matter for another time. And TNA, they never did a stadium show, I'll tell you that much. But the funny thing is, though, AEW Stadium Show is the largest stadium show in history, made more money, and you know what the funny thing is? CM Punk wasn't even confirmed for it until a few days before the damn show. Nobody expected CM Punk to be on the show. Nobody. But there he was. So All In, that wasn't sold on CM Punk. That was sold on the whole company. So you're just a lying little bitch, mate. And thinking the AEW will just go like TNA and WCW? TNA's still alive, mate. As for WCW, that's a whole different kettle of fish, but still, at least Vince Russo isn't on AEW, I'll tell you that much. Because Russo killed WCW and killed TNA, so yeah, Russo ain't in AEW, I'll tell you that much, mate.
To eventually do a unification match between him and MJF, your two biggest stars in the company.
Okay, I call bullshit on the claim of MJF being a star. He's a neck-bearded internet troll. Why is an internet troll a star? He ain't. He's a jobber, mate. Stop lying to yourself. Tony Khan should have fired MJF after his old outburst after Double or Nothing 2022. He should have been fired. He should have been fired after knowing that he was going to job. Simple as that. He should have been fired. But he's still here being the fake world champion.
It's gonna be canceled within 2 fucking weeks because nobody will watch it.
Then again, mate, nobody even watches Collision. Nobody watched Collision. Nobody. And you wanna know why? Oh, I don't know, WWE putting pay-per-views on the same day as Collision? Thing is, there is too much wrestling. And you saying that just proves the point that Collision didn't even need to be a thing. Only reason why it needed to be a thing was because of Punk. Well, now that Punk's gone, Collision doesn't need to exist. But Collision technically does need to exist because, oh, I don't know, Dark and Dark Elevation were canceled because of Warner Brothers Discovery. Yeah, you forgot about that, didn't you? So Collision does have a place. But then again, they should move it so that, oh, I don't know, it doesn't compete with WWE pay-per-views. Yeah, you forget that Collision competes with those, so you're a fucking idiot, mate.
Because he knows that the inmates in that company are running the asylum. And there's a reason why Cody Rhodes said he left AEW for personal reasons. And
okay, that's the last fucking straw of you bringing up Cody Rhodes in this. Here's the thing. CM Punk and the whole locker room drama, that wasn't the reason Cody left AEW. I'll tell you that much. It's for other fucking reasons. And it's not that. Stop trying to cap, mate.
He has now compromised a $1 billion deal that CM Punk single-handedly got him with his name alone.
Now I call bullshit on that claim because there is another very good reason. Warner Brothers doesn't even care about its own films and TV shows. I mean, did you hear about, oh, I don't know, them putting CNN news alerts on HBO Max during content? Yeah, Warner Brothers Discovery is not a film and television company. It's a reality television company. That's it. They know this strike is going to continue, so they'll pay any money just so they can have content on their networks. That's the only reason why it's $1 billion. They knew the strike was going to happen, and thus, they needed content. So, I don't know, alongside their shitty reality shows, they pop in more AEW. That's why the deal was that much. Get over it.
Which is actually his dad's pocket, because it's not even his goddamn money.
It's none of your fucking business what people do with their money, okay? It's none of your business. Then again, he is a billionaire, so he'll do whatever he wants with his own money. He'll buy 50,000 private jets before giving you any of it. And by the way, no billionaire will give you any lick of money, mate. I'll tell you that much.
And now your company is in the goddamn gutter.
And now you've just wasted my goddamn time making a video that no one will care to watch. And funny thing is, mate, I don't know, you turned off stitches, duets, and your DMs just because you know someone's gonna call out your ass for this shit. This video has proven that you are a joke of a content creator. Delete your account.